Yo, what's up? We're trying it. We're gonna do it. It's vintage cube time. You can see I've bought my 10 event tickets for about 10 bucks on top of the $5 account upgrade package that you need to buy in order to buy other things and enter such events. Vintage cube is crazy. I was kind of going back and forth between not starting this video until I'm actually like in a draft, because I don't know how long this will take to wait. Oh, we're already at 5 of 8 players. It's probably not going to take that long. But I wanted to explain some stuff before we started. So the thing that we're about to do here is drafting a cube. A cube is... Oh, we don't have time. We don't have time. Oh my god, we got Black Lotus! Oh my freaking god! We got... What? What is this absurd beginner's luck? Okay, we're gonna take Black Lotus. What else is good in this? Corrosive Portal I think is okay. Upheaval is a good card. Repeal... No. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay, we gotta focus up here. So, Tinker seems pretty sweet. We can try to go to the artifact route. Izzix Signet would also be pretty good along those lines. Lightning Greaves less so, but maybe worth considering. Lotus enables like really degenerate fast things, like Oath, kind of Animate Dead for the Reanimator. I'm gonna try Tinker. I think that would be pretty cool. Holy shit, this is an amazing start, actually. This is such a ludicrous start for my first ever Vintage Cube draft. So I watch a ton of Vintage Cube footage. Like, I've probably seen over 200 hours of Vintage Cube footage. I love watching it. It's endlessly entertaining. We can take Thran Dynamo or Big Emrakul. I don't really see anything else being that amazing. Sphinx's Rev, I guess if we're doing this big mana thing, not super synergistic. I think it's between these two. I kind of like Thran Dynamo better. It's a little more open and we get more artifact synergy. Plus we're cutting artifacts like Omega hard right now. So hopefully nobody will start fighting us for them. Merb Battlesphere is pretty cool top end. Really good synergy with Tinker. You get to just Tinker one of the tokens, and or you can Tinker into it. What else is good? Daze. We're probably going to end up wanting to be in blue quite strongly. Like I want to get Tolarian Academy would be fantastic. I don't see, like, Tundra would be good along those lines as well, but it looks like the artifact deck is pretty open, and we're getting some amazing stuff for it. You can only move these one at a time, I see. So what's happening? What is happening? If you don't know what the heck is happening. So cubes are sets of about 400 individual cards that can just be picked out of anywhere from Magic's history. Vintage Cube is one where they pick the most powerful cards, including legendarily powerful cards, like the most iconic, strong cards in the game, like Black Lotus. And what happens? Okay, we gotta choose. Probe is good. It's just kind of, we can make sure we're not going to get our stuff countered when it's time for big turns. Phantasmal Image, I think, is just a really neat card. We're going to want some big fatty payoffs, and we can like image a battle sphere and just have infinite Mer tokens. That seems pretty cool. Probe is... I don't know. I think maybe we got to take Probe, though. No, let's take Image. Image is just way cooler, and it's still quite an early play. I don't know. Probe is a hard card for me to evaluate, because it's like, in the situations where it's clutch, it's so clutch. But I don't know if this is a deck that's going to really need clutch, or if we're just going to have overwhelming mana advantage. Oh my god. Oh, Academy Ruins. Academy Ruins, Black Lotus is a godly combo. Steam Vents could be very useful. Gush is a very strong card. But we'll take Academy runes. Pretty happy with that. O Stone is just the most essential removal for a deck like this. Fumarole is cool too. I think it's got to be O Stone. So we've got like 400 or so cards of the strongest, most iconic cards that have been played in Magic's vintage format, where any card goes over the years. Then they are shuffled up and made into packs of 15. We're sitting at a table of 8 people. We're passing these packs around and drafting one card each out of all of them. So eventually we're going to end up with 45 cards. Metalworker! Woo! These are going to be probably pretty off color, so not a big deal. Balance is pretty nuts in this game, this deck as well. I think I'd rather have Metalworker. Yeah, I just wanna go as fast, big mana as fast as possible. This is an awkward pack. We already took something from it. I don't really see anything too fantastic here. I guess I could see myself eventually playing Char, but we'll put it in the sideboard. Lightning Greaves, just to make our Mer Battlesphere go crazy. Land tax for more mana guarantee. Going into white and trying to have white early seems bad. Lena, well, no, I think we'll try the Lightning Greaves. I don't know if this card is actually all that good though. Not much I want here. I guess Disenchant. It's gonna be tough to make the mana work, but it's a strong sideboard card. Nothing here is very exciting either. I guess Shambling Vent is nice if we end up trying to play white. It's like, none of these colored cards. Just give me more gray. Give me more gray and brown. Sure. Day of Judgment can be useful, I guess. I have Kaya, I suppose. Last pick, Silverjade Paladin. So white is super open. We could try to go more white. We've got some okay white cards here. There we go. That's the best card possible for our deck. This is nice too. This might be nice since we have stuff like Thran Dynamo and Metalworker. Orzhov Signet, I think any Signet in this deck is going to be pretty nice, but this is honestly just the best card we could have hoped to see. Besides, like, no, I don't know, even compared to like Ancestral Recall or something, maybe I'd rather have Academy. So yeah, eventually we're going to have 45 cards that we've chosen, and then we're going to make a 40-card deck out of that, plus any number of basic lands that we want. If all of this is familiar to you, if you already kind of know what we're getting into here with Vintage Cube, then I apologize in advance. I've been blessed with some really godly luck with this draft. This is already super insane. So I can't wait to see how I'm going to screw it up. There's Blightsteel. I think that's what we got to take. That's the best possible Tinker target, I'm pretty sure. Coalition Relic is fantastic too. There's no way that comes around. Metamorph, it's vaguely possible that it could come around and it would be sweet, but I don't see a reason to pass that up. This is just, it just wins you the game. Like, you just crush everyone. Oh yeah, we can have some insane starts. I want more cheap artifacts. Lightning Greaves is actually pretty sweet. Lightning Greaves onto the Colossus, stop it from getting Path of Exiled and stuff. Path to Exile. Yeah, we have this insane luck, but like I don't know if we're gonna be able to live up to the potential of this deck. We could take Super Emrakul. It's not inconceivable with like Metalworker, Thran Dynamo, and Black Lotus that we can hard cast it. Otherwise, Field of Ruin is kind of nice. Gideon Jura is a strong card. And white is super open. We could do kind of blue-white artifacts. Seems okay. Between these two, I guess I'd rather have Gideon. It seems kind of like we already have Blightsteel, and Blightsteel we can actually like tutor for and stuff. Whereas Emrakul, we would just have to draw it and cast it after the game goes on for quite a long time. Whereas Blightsteel, we can just explode and get it out of the gate, like, I don't even know, like turn 2. Batterskull, maybe? Seems strong. I feel like I never see this being played in Vintage Cube, though. Like, I feel like people don't really take this very highly. I don't think this is a good moat deck, since we're going to be wanting to do a lot of attacking. I don't think it's a good opposition deck. We don't really have that many creatures. This is a nice card, but I don't think it's super necessary. We'll try Batterskull. Channel! So somebody could get Channel Emrakul. If somebody grabbed Emrakul, they could now grab Channel. It wasn't us. Unfortunately, Goblin Welder. I think it might be worth trying Goblin Welder. There's nothing... Blade Splicer is kind of nice, I guess. Good synergy with Tinker. Turn 1 Blade Splicer off Lotus seems actually pretty backbreaking. Welder, Blade Splicer, or I guess we could try to get more top end. But again, it just doesn't seem that necessary when we already have Bladesteel and Myr Battlesphere as our big artifact finishers. Let's get Goblin Welder. I feel like we can maybe make the mana work. We can just have both Gaia's Cradle and Tolarian Academy. Great deck. This seems like it's actually pretty cool with artifact synergies, but it's not an artifact itself. It just fabricates 2 artifacts. You can try to get the Signet. It's like half on color. You could try to take... It seems unnecessary. I took Gideon. Maybe I don't think I was supposed to take Gideon. I probably should have taken Emrakul. Just to prevent somebody from having Channel Emrakul. I guess, I don't know, I guess we'll take the Signet. I want more artifacts in general, so that seems fine. Smokestack. That seems pretty good. Sort of War and Peace, I don't think so. Who would we even equip it to? Path. I mean, white seems hella open. We actually have like just a lot of white cards. I think Smokestack is... It can be... Oh, Lotus Tribal? Stonecoil Serpent is like really nutty though. Imagine Stonecoil Serpent with Thran Dynamo. We can't tinker for it, but we can play it early on and then tinker later. Mishra's Factory is kind of cool too. Smuggler's Copter, I don't think is so good in this deck. Like, what are we going to be crewing with it? Let's take the Stonecoil Serpent. Let's say that's a 2-drop. This pack, I think it's between Signet and Winter Orb. I think this is a pretty good Winter Orb deck. You want it like late in the game. So even something like Tinkering for Winter Orb when they tap out can be like really backbreaking. Tezzeret the Seeker. We must have seen this pack before. I don't even know if I paid attention to this. But this card is bananas. Here... Don't really want any of these. I mean, I love Terramander. Y'all know I love Terramander. I named so many accounts after this card. But, you know what? Sure. It's something. Fairgrounds Warden, again, it's like, I don't really see us being white, but... Oh my god, white is just so ridiculously open. Angel of Invention or Unexpectedly Absent. I guess I'd rather have early removal. Our top end is really solid. If it goes to the late game and we start playing these guys, I think it'll be a pretty open and shut case. Wow, last pick turnabout. I can hear Caleb Gannon, my favorite drafter. No, that's not him. I think he has this avatar though, or another Nicole Bolas avatar. I can hear him crying out. He's a big fan of Storm. I watch pretty much all of his Vintage Cube videos. I've probably watched this particular person play Vintage Cube for over 100 hours. He makes it look a lot of fun. He makes it look really interesting, really complex. I think... Okay, what do we got here? Crucible... Not really a combo with anything. Volcanic Island, yeah. I think we'll take that. Because it looks like we're going to want Goblin Welder. We can bring in Char. And then we'll just be on the hunt for... Actually, Duretti's kind of cool, too. Duretti or... I'm going to take Volcanic Island. And hopefully we'll just get even better red cards. LED. Does LED do anything for this deck? Not really. Scalding Tarn, I think, is probably the pick here. Nothing else seems amazing. Yeah, we'll try it. Like, white is so open, though. I'm tempted to take, like, Colonnade and, like, bring in... But, like, what is really that great that we have? Like, Day of Judgment, I guess, would be good. Fairgrounds Water is, like, kind of nice. We can take... We do have a fetch for Brainstorm. Just straight Counterspell is maybe good. Try to play Disruptive at the start. And then eventually get our big boys. Seems pretty good. I think I'd like that more than Brainstorm. Because it's like, if we cut them off of doing something for a turn, we're basically a card ahead anyways, right? If we just keep restricting what they can do, eventually we'll make up for like card advantage. Here we can take a Dimir Signet, I think seems pretty good. We just want tons of early mana, early artifacts, stuff for Metalworker to show. Treachery doesn't seem worth it in this deck. Yeah, we'll try this. Torrential Gearhulk. We can't really get... We don't... Like, we can do it for Tinker, I guess? Would be pretty sweet. This card seems actually really strong. And we do have the acceleration to get it out when it's like really relevant. Basalt Monolith, though, is also pretty nice. Just to get our explosive starts all the more explosive. Between these two, which is more likely to come around? Big Blue seems like it's kind of open, whereas a whole lot of decks would want to snatch this up. So we'll try, we'll take this. Hopefully we'll see Gearhulk. Memory Jar. Ooh. I think we want Memory Jar. Chartic Course, it's like, if we're attacking, then we probably don't really need to draw cards because we're just winning the game. Nothing else seems that good. Yeah, we'll take Memory Jar. This card is so bananas. Wormcoil Engine, I like. We can cast it really, really early. Wildfire is a sweet card. We can Wildfire and still have all of our big artifact mana. I kind of want Wormcoil Engine, because right now we have Batterskull too. I don't know. Let's just take more artifacts. I don't think I'll be unhappy with that. Mindslaver? We do have Mindslaver Academy runes locked on. So I think we'll try that. This deck is crazy. I think we actually drafted like an insane deck. And I probably made some errors in drafting, and it's still like this crazy. So this is beginner's luck to the nth degree. We really are quite blessed here. Crucible again, or Duretti. Oh, we got Duretti. Yeah, let's take Duretti. This can do some pretty cool stuff. You can Goblin Welder. You can make all of your artifacts kind of invincible. Pretty sweet. I guess we'll take Inspiring Vantage in case we want to board in any of this white stuff. But we'll only bring it in alongside like a little white package of, I don't know, like Disenchant, Fairgrounds Warden. If there's a Day of Judgment, is probably really good in some matchups. If there's some stuff that we just like really can't deal with otherwise, we have this little removal suite and we can pivot to white and maybe cut red under those circumstances. Wait, but then why would I take this? That's both red and white. Oh, this is so hard. It's hard, but it's not as crazy overwhelming as I thought it would be. I was so curious because, as I said, I've watched hundreds and hundreds of hours of Vintage Cube, but as I hope I've made clear at this point, this is my first time ever drafting it. So I was wondering like how much my instincts from watching it would be able to help me out in actually doing it myself. And I don't know. I feel like actually to a large extent, yes, it has been helpful. I have kind of a set of expectations. I have some sense of evaluating cards. And I think this seems like it could be a pretty strong deck. I guess we'll take a Lightning Helix. And when we bring in white, I guess we're not cutting red. Electromancer, I guess. Doesn't really do much for us. Anguished Unmaking. I don't know. None of these cards are any good. Sure. Legion's Landing, I guess. White is so absurdly open. But I feel like artifacts are quite open too. Like we didn't... None of these were taken from us. We got most of these fairly late. Okay, now it's the actual deck building time. So... What is... There's like a... Shouldn't it remind me how to make a deck? For some reason I thought it did that. I remembered seeing people dismiss some pop-up or something. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Okay. Oh my god. How in the world do you make a deck? Get rid of this for now. We have 2 red sources for 2 red cards. Seems fine. What is this deck doing early on? Just praying, I guess. We don't really start exploding until we can get down like our Dynamo, our Metalworker. I wish we had like Spellseeker for Tinker or something, or Mystical Tutor. I don't know. So I think we want this to be like a 15-16 land deck. So we should cut stuff. Actually, I'm actually right now just watching a Vintage Cube video. I haven't seen how it goes yet, but he ends up drafting a somewhat similar deck. So we're going to take a page out of the book of Caleb Gannon, who wins a lot. He seems quite good. He had Mox Ruby, but we have Black Lotus. I think that's fine. He's also doing... This is an amazing coincidence, because this video just came out today. So he actually just runs 26 cards and 14 lands. So maybe we'll do the same. Because I feel like he has Chrome Mox, Everflowing Chalice, Lotus Bloom. We have like the monoliths and stuff, the dynamos. Whoops. So if that's the case, we actually want to add things? Wait, is this his final deck configuration? Without lands, he has 26 cards. But then Mox Ruby counts as a land much more than Black Lotus counts as a land. So I think we want 15 lands then, I guess? So we can actually bring in things. Turnabout is actually kind of cool as like a ramp card. Imagine Turnabout untapping Thran Dynamo and Basalt Monolith. And then we Stone Coil Serpent for like 500 mana. Okay, I'm convinced. We could just do 16 lands. Maybe that's too high though. Oh man. Electromancer to make Tinker cheaper seems really bad. Terramander also seems really bad. Like, what else can we put in? There's so many white cards. Jeez. I feel like we made some mistakes drafting. Like, I think the deck we got was sweet, but like, we should have been more blue-white, I guess. But I really like Goblin Welder. Duretti seems good. We could try to be 3-color, but we only have 5 dual lands. And we don't have anything that gets blue-white, so that seems bad. Oh, man, oh, this is so hard. I feel like mistakes were made, but I'm not even exactly sure when and where. I don't know. Should we just add 16 lands? Oh, wait. That's not what we want. I'll just get rid of all of them. But we want Black Lotus, of course. And then we want these ones. And now let's see what they suggest. 8 and 3. I don't know. I don't friggin' know what I'm doing, but I'm having a lot of fun. This is really cool. The excitement I felt when I opened Blotus is unreal. Okay, let's play a game with this. I think we're ready to go, right? Maybe, I think. This I think is one of the most challenging skill testing games I've like ever seen. Properly drafting and playing Vintage Cube. I just, the amount of things you need to know, the amount of cards you need to be aware of, the different interactions that you can find, it's just unreal. Like, it's beautiful, I think. It's beautiful, the complexity of this game. So I'm not expecting to do well. I really am not. Even though we got a pretty sweet deck, I don't know if anything good will come of it. We got a lot of cool combos. Academy Runes, Memory Jar, Mind Sliver, Academy Runes, Goblin Welder, and all that stuff. This is unreal. I would like to play first, yes. Getting Winter Orb down early isn't like really that amazing. Duretti doesn't do much for a while. No, we'll mulligan. Well, we have... What? Why is this in the deck? Oh, why is this in the deck? No, we'll keep this. Okay, we'll keep this, because here's what we can do. Academy Ruins, Stonecoil for 1, Tolarian Academy, taps for... And then we'll tinker at a Blightsteel, is what's gonna happen. Oh, this is so friggin' awkward. I think what I have to do is put this back. Keep. We have to put this back. And hope to draw an actually a good land. A land that's supposed to be an island. If that was an island, this hand would actually be super sweet. But it's not. Oh my god. So we'll play Academy Runes. Play Stonecoil for 1. Which is really stupid. And probably it super projects to them that we're trying to... What? Wait. Oh. Oh. Oops. I didn't actually pay mana for Stonecoil! Oh, this is bad. Alright, well I knew something like that would happen. There's so many things that I knew would happen, and that was one of them. Maybe we misplayed anyways. Maybe we should have kept the tap land, put back this. Because if the Tinker at a Blightsteel plan would have just won the game on its own. Like, we didn't actually need to have like a backup plan. So we should have just gone all in on making sure that plan worked. And then played that tap land first. Played... I don't know. Oops. Oh, that's so stupid. I had to click the... Oh, we're up against the mirror match, but they have a much better start than us. They have access to 4 mana next turn. We have access to 1, 2. God damn it, we would have had it all. Rolling in the deep. We would have had it all. Oh my god, oh my god, we literally would have had it all, rolling in the deep. Turn 3 Blightsteel we would have had. Instead, they are going to Memory Jar. Okay, well that's... As long as they don't do it right now, we're okay. Oh, we drew Blightsteel. Okay, so this actually, shockingly, this is all going to work out like not terribly for us because they'll presumably crack Memory Jar sooner than later. We'll lose access to Tinker, but the fact that we have Tinker and Blightsteel in our hand is actually terrible, right? Because then we can't Tinker for Blightsteel. We would, I mean, we could still Tinker for Mirror Battlesphere, which is pretty sweet. Okay, yeah, give me a new hand. Oh, wait, no, that's not how Memory Jar works. Oh my god, we don't even have Counterspell online because this doesn't tap for anything. Oh, my brain, it hurts. Does that mean we just discard all of these at end of turn? That's how Memory Jar works, right? The beginning of the next step, each player discards their hand, returns their hand each turn. Oh, I got it mixed up. I thought it was just a normal draw 7. I forgot how it worked exactly. Okay, but like think about it. If I didn't blunder this, we would be in a pretty good situation. And this is like the kind of hand we can expect, which is outrageous. Okay, what do they name? I'm so curious what card they're gonna name, given that our deck so far has just killed its own Stonecoil Serpent. Abandon Hope! Okay, we're about to see what Tinker is actually supposed to do. Oh, this is so stupid. See, look at how scary this is. This is what was supposed to happen to us. Can't believe we drew Blightsteel too. So is there any way? Oh, there is kind of a way. We can Phantasmal Image, Blightsteel. Yeah. Nice. Okay. I mean, they can probably just blow this up. Because as soon as it's targeted, it's sacked. But, we can also now Academy Ruins, which I'm going to do now, because I'm sure I'm going to forget or do something stupid later. No, that's not how that works. Yes, of course you have to tap it. Could I have done that if I had done something different? I don't think so. But we can Academy Ruins Black Lotus. Yeah, alright. So, a lot of wacky things happen there. But overall, I felt like the deck showed its potential. It showed its potential, and then it took that potential and it threw it in the trash. I don't really see any point to sideboarding because we took all of the useful cards that we drafted already into the deck. Oh, but I gotta get rid of freaking Shambling Vent! The double off-color tap land. We can never turn into a creature because we can't make this mana. We can't even Black Lotus for it. Oh, this is so sad. Okay, alright, we'll run it back. Our very important sideboarding to get rid of our supremely useless land. I would like to play first. Now this is pretty good. I think. Seems like their hand. What does this hand do? Nothing until turn. Ooh, we have to even draw a land to play Metalworker because this won't tap for anything. Let's try mulliganing. I guess we keep this. We'll put back Smokestack. Jeez, I don't know. Basic Island. Go. Oh man. I think the first hand was better. Ooh, Beaumont Courier, that's a good start. That's the kind of card that should be in our deck. They didn't attack. I wonder if that's just them being kind. Because we made so many mistakes game 1. Play another Basic Island. I don't see a reason why not. It's not like we have any double red cards. It's not like Academy Runes will do anything. And now we can bluff Counterspell, which is in our deck. I don't know if it's supposed to be in our deck, but we did take Counterspell over something. They have Lightning Greaves. Our deck, it's kind of surreal how similar our decks are. And I kind of feel like next turn they're just going to tinker out a Blightsteel. That just seems to be the way things are going. So we have not drawn any useful cards, which is bad. But we're sure going to have the mana for it once we do. I like their avatar. The dog. Scrambled good boy. Okay. I don't know how to get more avatars. I think you need to like earn them through play somehow. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll just pass through our turn. Yeah, I think the first hand was better. Because it had... I think our deck is... I mean, I don't know. We have like Tezzeret, we have Wormcoil, we have Batterskull. There's a lot of things we can draw. Oh. Now there's like... yeah. Jeez. We'll concede. All right. Well, that was a slaughter. Very, very fast, very, very bad. Very... Oh, man. Imagine if we had actually tinkered at the Blightsteel, and then we had Blightsteel versus Blightsteel. That would have been cool. Oh, well. Let's try playing again. I think this deck has potential. Like, we could have played like they played. We could have had starts like they had. Instead, we did nothing. I want a trophy. Look at all these people with trophies. All right, so we're not going 3-0 first time. We opened Plotus, but looks like it might just be going into the trash. All right. Yeah, please join me. If that wasn't too brutal and embarrassing, please join me next time as we do our best.